Morning, folks. How we doing? I was coming. Hello. There we go. Who turned the sunshine off? That's what I want to know. It's all gone. I've had to get up this morning, and I've come out to my cupboard here, as I call it, in the garden with all my gear and stuff and me wittering. I've had to put the heater on. Oh, I'm not impressed by that, I have to say. Mind you, it'll focus me for a bit of patchwork today. If I felt like I was going to wander around the garden, or at least do any gardening, that's not happening, is it? I shall be indoors and I shall be playing with my stuff. In fact, I think I've got a right pattern today. I've just been reminded to finish my Deco Days pattern. It is just about there. Need to compile it, finish it. Ideal, but you'll all hear about that when it's done. Okay, so, how have we done? We did a strippy thing, didn't we? Look, there you go. That's mine. All right. So, started there, went to there, started there, went to there, started there, went to... Dirty, dirty, dirt, all the way down. Lovely. Now, I have to say, some fabulous photos, ladies. Your stashes are just a bit special. I've got a little word about stashes in there. But how do we do this block? Just a quick reminder for everybody out there that may not have done yesterday. All right, so we're cutting 1.5 inch wide strips, as long as you want them, doesn't matter. Join them all up, and then each strip is put to each other as you go down, making sure that whatever you finish with on one, you start with on the next. Finish with that, start with that, finish with that, start with that. Quite simple, really. And then trim it to size. Don't forget, when you're joining your strips long ways, coming down and going back up the other way and down that way and that way, stop everything twisting everywhere. All right, don't forget, very important when you're doing lots of long strips, one way, join the other way, join this way, join that way, stops everything twisting. Okay, now I have to say, I joined all of mine yesterday, and it looked about, I don't know, probably about that wide there. So about 10 inches instead of 12. And I was like, oh gosh, what have I done wrong? And then I counted all my strips. They're all there. So I did a bit of welly ironing. Yeah, got hold of me big iron. Give it a bit of welly. And then all of a sudden I got 12.5 inches quite happily. I think what happened really is just basically so many seams on the back, it had concertinaed itself up. So I really did have to give this, it wasn't a press, it was a bit of a welly iron, it really was, to get him nice and straight and to the size he needs to be. Happy to report, all's good though, so we're all ready to run on that one. Okay, I don't know if you can see, we've got, oh, this is coming along now. It's 8 blocks. This quilt is going to be huge if this all carries on much longer. Can you imagine if we're all indoors for 6 months? It's going to be humongous. I'm going to move on from that thought, because I don't even know what we're going to do tomorrow, let alone what we're... Ooh, could be a while yet. Now, I just mentioned stashes, didn't I? I have to say, the photos that you're all putting on are a bit good. Lovely, thank you, folks. But my gosh, have you lot got some lovely stashes. Now, I had a little thought today when I was getting up this morning. I thought, ooh, what else can we do? Because I've got you all running round, haven't I? And I've got you all doing your exercises. Bit of that. Yeah, all good. Don't sit at your sewing machine more than 20 minutes at a go. Get up and have a little wander around. All good for the circulation. I've got you tidying your stash. That's always a good one. That's your exercise as well. A little bit tidy, that's your housework. So you tidy the stash and you put it back up again, talk to it. And I've got you all talking to your mates and messaging your mates and things later on. Fab. But I had a little thought, because some of you have actually found over on Facebook my, I think I called it Abby Ann's Patchwork Wittering, or Patchwork Witterings or something, a group. I'm sure if you search Patchwork Witterings, you'll find it. And there's fabulous photos going in there, as I say, and you've all got lovely stashes that has got me a little bit green with envy on occasion. So look, I want you to post photos, if you can, of your scrap stash. I'm not talking your main stash. I'm not talking that one. I'm talking what you class as your scrap stash. There we go. Can you lot see that? Could be little bits, could be big bits. This is one of my 3 baskets of little bits. How do you store yours? I have to say, I am appalling. I just fling everything in there, never to be seen again until I have a rummage in. And I am quite likely to just turn this out on the table and go splat. Rummage, 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 and then just chuck it all back in again. But I've got 3 of these. So that's my little scrap stash as opposed to my stash. Now, the other thing I was saying that for is because I noticed yesterday my mate Julia over on Crosspatch. Oh, she does the most amazing little bundles of fabrics, which, oh my God, wouldn't they complement all sorts of stash and scrap and things. So do have a little look over on Crosspatch on the internet. Julia, you'll know her probably off of Achanda. Fabulous, fabulous presentation of loveliness and talk to and stroke and things. So there we go. Right, so today's block, anyway. Do you know what? There was a heron in our garden yesterday. It was a bit naughty, I thought. It must be that time of year again. There was me thinking, oh, spring, lovely, do. This morning we've got cloud, overcast, threat and possible rain. Not so good. But there was the heron, which is absolutely lovely to see, except he's after my fish, or our fish, I should say. That's not playing the game, is it? We've got this whopping great big net over the top of them all to try and keep him away. He comes, I'm reckoning it's a she, personally. But then no, because she'd be sat on the, it's probably the he. Obviously, they're gearing up to do things for spring, aren't they? And they're sussing out the foods. But they should know by now we've got this whopping great net on the top. They've not been successful for several years, and I'm hopeful they're not going to be successful in our pond this year either. But if you get up early, bearing in mind I've got insomnia for the most part, they're usually out by the pond every morning through this time of year, and I'd totally forgotten. So the first one that I seen this year was yesterday. Didn't see him this morning because I was a little bit later getting up. But isn't that lovely? Spring is doing its sprung thing. Love it. Right, so what I was going to say was double snuggle. Where are we today? Double snuggle. Right, here we go. Oh, look, she's picked up 2 quills. No, didn't want the one underneath. Right, okay, we'll get rid of that one. Double snuggle. Now this is double snuggle free quilt pattern over on my website blog. Okay, so over on abbyann.com, go into the blog. You'll have to go into the archived months, and you'll find all these different blocks are there from about June last year onwards. Okay, so if you want how to, what to, sizes, it's all there. As I've mentioned the last couple of days, just in case you've missed, if you need any of the applique patterns, please message me and I will email you the patterns. Okay, right, so today's block is just a stripy block. Okay, so it's like that. All right, so this one here. So that was really just to showcase your fabrics within your quilt. Okay, so you can make that up with as many different colours as you want. The actual overall block, I believe, needs to be 10 inches by 15 inches, plus its seam allowance. So if you aim at 11 by 16 or something like that for starters, that'll be all good. Use as many colours as you want. If you don't fancy a stripy block, make another one. Make something else, put it in there. Just keep it in theme. Same fabrics, it'll all look lovely, won't it? I know several people have changed that block out. I have to say I was A, showcasing the fabrics at the time, and B, filling a hole, because sometimes it's like, oh, what can we put in there that's not going to disturb the other blocks around it too much? Because that's the other thing, things start fighting. It's like looking at all we've been doing so far. They're actually all quite full-on blocks, aren't they, all of these? And my thought for those is going to be that we're going to have a little bit of sashing in between them to break them all up, because otherwise they're all going to be fighting it in your face a bit. Plus we might have a couple of more simpler looking things coming up, I feel, just to tone it out a little bit. All these things have to be taken into account when you're looking and designing. What you don't want to do is frighten people too much. I know I frighten people at the best of times. Let's not scare them too much too quick, eh? Right, so where are we on it? So we've got a stripy thing recap. We've done that. We've done that. We've done photos of your small scrap stash and how do you keep them. I know some people spend hours cutting them all nicely into little squares and things all ready to use into something else. I don't. I just have a nice heap. So yeah, some photos of that. Okay, right. So now another thing did occur to me. I mean, joking aside now, because I reckon this quilt is actually going to be quite big. I had originally thought, oh, we'll just do 12 blocks. But I'm now thinking, do you know what? We need to carry on with this a bit more. If it's a big quilt, it's a big quilt. It could be 2 smaller quilts. You could have a few cushions or something from it. You could make table runners from it. You could do all sorts. So I'm just going to keep plodding on a little bit. I think at least 16 squares, if not up to 25, because then we could go 5 by 5, couldn't we? With just a little tiddly tiny sashing or something like that. I don't know. Let's see how long and how many people are actually enjoying this, because it's all very well me started this for my regular class ladies. I think there's a few more people here now. Thank you. Hello, everybody. So we'll just keep going and see how we get on. All right. So if you need to, what I was getting at, see, proper serious bit here. If you need to add some more fabric colours into your doings that we've got on so far, start doing so now, all right? And then that will filter through the blocks to come, and then it will balance out within the quilt when we put it together, okay? So have a little look at your stash. The thing that's bringing me to this is I'm like flinging things on the floor. Never mind, eh? Tom's up in the gods, by the way. He is here. He's wandered in earlier, had something, a few little treats as he does, and he's put himself up to bed. My little scrap stash here is actually for these getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I'm thinking, oh, if we're going to be doing masses of these blocks, I seriously need to start adding in a few more. So as of tomorrow, I'm going to sort of go through this. That's why I got this pile out, pull a few of them out and add them into there so that they'll filter in and it'll all look good. Okay, so yeah, so add in extra if you need to. All right. One little announcement today. The Malvern Quilt Show, fabulous. Had word from them yesterday. It's now the 16th to the 19th of July with a bit of luck, if we're all allowed out by then. So that's pulling it back to the Thursday, Sunday. At one point, I think they had it Saturday, Tuesday, but they've been able to bring it back with the venue. So at the minute, we're the 16th to the 19th of July. So that will be lovely, won't it? We'll all be going stir crazy by then. Right, now a little message to my regular ladies local. Anybody need any more homework yet? Are you all busy? Do you need anything? I know I had some lovely photos over from Siobhan yesterday. Brilliant. Keep going. If anybody needs any help, you know to message me or shout me and we'll sort that all out. Okay, because I can't have you sat at home doing nothing. Nah, defeats the object, especially now it's gone cold. We need to be inside doing stuff, keeping warm, keeping happy. All right, so yeah, no, that's looking all good. I'm having a feeling that's probably about enough of me for you today, because I go on, don't I? Yeah, all I'm going to say is enjoy your creativity, ladies and gents, because I know now that there's a few gents out there watching as well. Photos, please, please, please. Feedback, questions, anything like that is always good. Oh, one thing I've not done is I've not shown you today's. This is a Nautilus. Another of the samples done by Carol for me. Thank you, Carol. As I don't get all that much time. So yeah, that pattern is also available over on abbyann.com. Any questions, please do ask, ladies. More to the point, have a lovely day. And I'm going to go and feed my fish in a bit, because it's warmed up enough. We can feed them there, because apparently through the winter we don't feed them. How about, mind you, maybe that's what we ought to do through the winter. If I stop feeding, I might be skinny. I might be violent as well, though. There's a thought. Happy day!